Welcome to Topsurv Training. My name is Randy. I want to first thank you for purchasing your equipment from Hayes. We know you had a choice, and we thank you for choosing us. We're going to be running Topsurv version 7 on an FC100. You have the icon here on the desktop that you see in the upper right hand corner. I'm going to take just a second and I'm going to execute the program from the storage card. Just for the reason is if you ever lose this icon, maybe you did a hard reset or you've updated the operating system, it could be gone from the desktop. So we're going to go to My Device and we're going to select Storage Card. And in the storage card we have the Topsurv folder, and we'll scroll down to the Topsurv executable program. Now you don't have to do this. This is just showing you if you've lost the desktop icon. But executing it from here the first time will put the icon back on your desktop. Now this video is just going to consist of creating a particular job and maybe just overviewing some of the setting prompts. Now we're going to cover all the settings more in depth in later videos depending on this basically the type of survey we're going to be performing. From the Open Job menu, notice that we have a default job in the job list. We can create new, we can even browse to jobs or even jobs we want to import. Once I click on new, it asks for a job name. If you just click in the field here, it brings up the keyboard and we can actually just type in the name of our job. I'm going to fast forward through this real quick and we'll click enter. You also have options to put who this job is created by and any particular comments. This would show up in reports. Once you have that filled out, just click next. If the job is not going to change from the last time, you can just hit finish and it would forego going through these menus here. By hitting next, we can actually choose a particular GPS receiver and or total station we're going to be using for this particular survey. You have some predefined receivers here and you can create your own, and we'll cover that a little bit later. Under the next screen you can set up your projection. Now, it defaulted to Tennessee. That's what I used in the last job. Set this back to none if you're doing a localization, for example, for just ground coordinates. The datum, NAD83 with no transformation, and we have a geoid file, grid 7 for the southeast. If you have multiple geoids, you can just hit your drop down here. If you're moving in and out of zones, you can pick the appropriate one. The next screen takes us to units. It was on meters because that's the units I had for the last job. But we can go that to international feet or U.S. survey feet. I'm going to choose U.S. survey feet. Your angles, degrees and minutes and seconds, that's the most popular. So we'll leave it on that. We'll click next. For your display of your coordinates, even though we're surveying in one particular system, you can always display that in another one, toggle that back and forth if you basically are working in ground and maybe want to switch over and look at your latitude and longitude. Very easily to change your display. Your coordinate order, we're going to use north, east, and elevation. And the only other thing I'm going to change is my display direction as. I'm going to change this to a bearing. I would prefer when I see an inverse to see the quadrants. We'll click next. And the last menu here is alarms. If you get lonely out in the field, you can turn on audible alarms and the unit will basically communicate with you, telling you if you've getting low power, low memory, maybe you've lost radio link. And we'll click finish here. Once you're finished, you're back to the main menu and you're ready to proceed with your survey.